Rick now continues his ongoing series of videos on the RickVanMan channel. Today it's time to catch up with what's happening at the allotment.
Hey guys, this is Rick. I hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, postman's been, and all of the seeds that I've ordered for the allotment have now arrived, and I'm just going to go through them and let you know what I've got. And if you can think of anything that I haven't ordered that you think might be quite essential if I'm going to be doing an allotment this year, then do feel free to leave a note below. Okay, first and foremost, we've gone for runner beans. This is a brand called White Lady, and apparently these are particularly high yielding. One of the things I've gone for this year with these seeds is, firstly, I've gone for the things that are really expensive to buy in the shops. You know, if you actually want to buy the fruits and the vegetables in the shops. Because obviously the really cheap stuff, you know, if it only costs you 20p for a bag of carrots, there's not a lot of point in growing carrots on the allotment, but I'm going to do it anyway. But yeah, so I've gone for the stuff that's expensive to buy, but also the stuff that's really high yielding. So most of the seeds here, I went for the higher yielding varieties. For example, the White Lady. This is supposed to give you absolutely huge crops. It even says there, huge crops. Undisturbed by birds, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's quite a few, I feel there's quite a few of those in there as well. So and I love growing runner beans. If you've never grown runner beans, they're great fun to grow because they grow so quickly and you get these constant yields from them. As long as you just keep picking, you've got to keep picking them, otherwise they go bitter. If you let them get long and stringy, it kind of sends a signal to the plant that it's kind of time to stop producing. So as long as you pick them while they're young and sweet, you just get yield after yield after yield. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with these this year, and no doubt my freezer is going to be bursting at the seams because obviously I'm not going to be able to pick enough to eat all at once. That's the plan anyway. Okay, salad leaves, speedy. These are you just sprinkle them around and you get a whole variety of salad leaves. And I'm actually thinking of growing these in the troughs that I got at home. In the back garden. It would be nice to have some salad leaves that are just handy. Just literally go out in the garden, snip them off with scissors, and you just cut as you go, and they just kind of grow back. So these are kind of fun. Radish, always fun to grow radish. Again, especially if you've got kids, you want to get them into gardening. Things like radish and pumpkins and things like that, they're so much fun to grow because they're really easy. You just chuck them in the ground and you forget about them, but they grow so quickly. So radish, obviously, always a lot of fun. What else we got here? Mint herb. I still haven't decided whether I'm going to grow my herbs this year, my mints in pots. Everybody says you're supposed to grow them in pots because they kind of start spreading. I just love mint. I would kind of be quite happy with half an allotment full of mint. I would just constantly harvest it. So I think I'll probably grow them in the ground to start with. If I start having trouble later with them spreading out, then I'll address that then. But right, more salad leaves. Pepper, big banana F1 hybrids. Okay, these are actual hybrid ones, not the just the regular seeds, but these are the ones you see in the supermarket, those peppers that kind of look like giant chilies, those big red things. That's what these are, and I'll probably grow these in the conservatory because obviously that's going to be the warmest place. So we'll see how we get on with those. Cauliflower all year round, that's great. That means I can grow them through the spring and the summer and the autumn and of course the winter, which means I've got cauliflower through the winter. That'll be one of the staples from the allotment. Also spring onion, again this is a winter one. You can grow it all the year round, but it'll handle the winter as well, so hopefully we can have some spring onions right through the year. More herbs, rosemary, always great for your culinary treats. Okay, pumpkin. Yes, I'm a big kid, I know. No, I thought I'd have a go because pumpkins are really easy to grow. They take a lot of space, so I'm going to have to kind of be a little bit careful where I put this. But I thought it would just kind of add to the overall poundage that I get from the allotment this year. At least that's the plan. I'll probably only grow one vine. There's quite a few seeds in here, but what I'll probably do is plant several and then just thin it down to the most, to the strongest one, and just deal with one, because I know a vine can just kind of go on and on and on forever. So I shall have to stay on top of that, but it could be quite fun to grow. This is kale. Always great. The dark green leafy vegetables, really great if you're going for the health. I'm hopefully going to be growing these with a plan to juicing them, which should be good, hopefully. Organic parsley, again another herb. I hope to have a nice big herb garden. I may even make it a raised bed, sort of just so that I can get some really good soil and not that horrible clay stuff that I've got. And basil, that's going to be another integral part of the herb garden. Cilantro or coriander if you're in the UK, and again another herb. So I'm going to have a really good herb garden this year, hopefully. Okay, cabbage, Brigadier. This is an F1 hybrid, and these grow really big, hearty, hard cabbages, and they can handle the winter and the the frosts and the snow and everything. So hopefully I should have some cabbage right through the winter. Calabrese, I actually had to look that up because I was thinking, Calabrese, what's that? Turns out it's broccoli, and this is a particularly good high yielding one apparently. Bell Star, this is an F1 hybrid, and obviously broccoli is a really good dark green vegetable that you do want to get involved with. Lettuce Sonnet, I'm not quite sure what this looked like, but I believe it's a high yield or a fast grower, and obviously I like the look of it on the picture because I grew it, because I ordered it. So this is for spring or summer sowing, so should be having lots of lettuce with my salads. Tomatoes, this year I've gone for Moneymaker. Last year I went for Moneymaker as well. They did okay, didn't do brilliantly. I got a feeling it was not necessarily a good year for Moneymaker, because I heard other people who'd grown Moneymaker, like my brother, he had, didn't get a very good yield either. But normally Moneymaker are a very high yielding tomato. The only downside is they have a bit of a hard skin, but that's useful when you're transporting them. So it means you can kind of pile them up and the ones underneath don't get splattered and squished. So anyway, I've gone for Moneymaker simply because it's a high yielding plant. Like most of the varieties, did I mention this at the beginning? Most of the varieties of seeds I bought here have been selected for their high yielding properties. Lemon Balm, this is, I love lemon balm. If you've never grown it, it's got a beautiful smell. If you just pick one, pick a leaf and just crush it in your fingers, it's got this really sweet lemon smell, and the bees love lemon balm. And I know Japanese gardens particularly rave about lemon balm. In fact, it was watching a program on Japanese gardens where I heard about growing lemon balm in your garden is really great to attract the bees. So hoping to have lots of that. That'll be in the herb garden again. And of course you can eat it as well, it's a herb. Lettuce Ultimate Mixed. This is just a kind of a hodgepodge of various lettuce seeds, and you just kind of sprinkle them around and you end up with all sorts of different types of lettuce. And this isn't just the leaves, this is actual individual lettuces, or leti. What's the plural for lettuce? So I may grow these at home in those troughs that I've got. It would just be nice to just wander out to the garden and pick up a lettuce, and obviously it's going to be nice and colourful because there's going to be various different styles. Some of them are going to be red, some of them are going to be kind of Chinese style, all slightly varying in colour, so it could look not quite nice. Parsley, this is called Lisette. Parsley again, did I have another parsley? I thought I had two. But yeah, this is obviously a variety. This is a high yielding variety apparently, and grows quickly. So that's going to be interesting. Celery. Okay, this is one for the polytunnel. I ordered this. I think this needs to be in quite an enclosed, warmish environment. So I got celery. I thought I'd have a go. I've never ever grown celery in my life. I really didn't think you could grow it in England, not generally. but I thought I'd have a go. So this is kind of an experiment more than anything else. Bok Choy, or I think you guys in America call it Bok Choy. Again, just a bit of an experiment. I've never really grown it before. It's just kind of like a variation of sort of cross between cabbage and lettuce, isn't it? It's kind of just a green sort of weird shaped leafy thing. But Bok Choy is quite a juicy vegetable, so it could be quite good for juicing. Cucumber, I went for F1 hybrid version this year. Last year I went for Telegraph, and that did okay. I got some nice long straight cucumbers. I'm hoping to grow this vertically, but obviously I'm going to need to do it inside, probably inside the polytunnel. May even grow it again inside the conservatory. I'll see how much space I've got. But I know when you grow cucumbers vertically, you get them to climb up. Then the cucumbers hang down and you get nice straight cucumbers. If they grow along the ground, they tend to kind of get a bit bent out of shape and a bit knobbly and get eaten as well. So I think I'm probably going to grow these vertically in the polytunnel and probably in the conservatory as well. Courgette or zucchini if you're outside the UK. Again, these are just great for sort of salads and everything like that. This is called Best of British F1 Hybrid, and this has been specially bred so that it does do well in the cold climate of England. So that's going to be an interesting one. I may still grow that in the polytunnel because obviously anything that's been designed to grow in a colder climate, as far as I'm aware, will still generally do better if you put it in a slightly warmer climate. I may be wrong on that. This is carrots. I've actually got two of these. I obviously going to grow lots of carrots this year. Now this is called Flyaway, and it's an F1 hybrid, and it's been specifically bred to hopefully reduce the risk of carrot root fly attack. So that's going to be interesting. Although I have subsequently heard, again, this was a nugget of knowledge that came to me through somebody on the allotment, was that if you grow carrot fly above, I think it's about 3 feet above the ground in kind of troughs, carrot fly can only fly a certain height above the ground. So if you grow your carrots up out of the way, the carrot flies can't physically get to them. So that's something I may have a dabble with next year. But at the moment I've got no structures and kind of, I'm not in a position to do that this year with the allotment, because at the moment I've still got this big flat piece of ground that's just kind of begging to be shaped and made into and moulded into this kind of growing field. And like I say, the polytunnel going up is going to be a big part of that. Hopefully I'm going to have a water butt system attached to that as well, which would be good. And then perhaps once I'm kind of established this year, then perhaps next year I can look at doing kind of more structures and kind of getting more things like carrot growing beds and things built. This is the last one, and this is called Dinosaur Kale. And again, it's kale. It's a Italian variety with a dark bluey green blistered leaves that are full of earthy, nutty, appetizing flavours. This is a particularly big one, I think, as far as I'm aware, and it's really good for juicing. So I'm going to have fun growing that. There's 1,200 seeds there, so I might have to dedicate quite a big bed for these. So anyway, that's it. I don't know how long this video's gone on for, but it's probably quite a while. That's all the seeds I've got this year. Hopefully it won't be that long before I'm starting them off. We're on the end of the third week of February now, or is it? Yeah, it's about that. So it won't be long now before it's March, and I really need to kind of get cracking. I was going to build a polytunnel in the back garden. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that now, because I've got the conservatory. I can start all my seeds off and put them in the conservatory. I don't think I really need to build a second structure in the back garden. Plus the fact it's the cost and everything, because you've got to buy the proper polytunnel plastic in order to make it work. You just can't use regular plastic because it just disintegrates and goes brittle and breaks up within the first season or two. So I think what I'm going to do within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start some things off. So that's it. We're kind of, it's getting to that time of year, and I'm kind of really looking forward to it. So, okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope it was slightly interesting, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.